I remember kind of, because I got a good start, because I knew the course well and I took some good tangents, I was kind of in the front of this pack. And it was hard not to look around and kind of think like, wow, why am I kind of leading this thing? There was definitely a feeling of like, should I really be up here? Am I really going to place this high? Am I really going to do this well as I had hoped?
Just stitching our bottles for after. I think last year last build we went 9.6 is what I had. Gotcha.
But who's counting, right?
Somewhere around there.
How was it?
It's a lot sweatier than I thought I'd get. So good.
Yeah.
It's easy to, I kind of go back and forth because it's easier to be like, no, rest. And I'm like, no, I don't want to completely rest, and it's hard to find a balance for me. This is harder to me than any other part of training, personally. I'm usually just really tired, but now I'm not as tired, so it's harder to fall asleep, harder to do all the things I normally do.
Last build I would have been like, no way we're running up these hills. Now I don't care, which is a good mentality. It's cool that I've kind of conquered that mental side of the run and the Paris course. So.
Two-time national champion for Latvia. Let's make welcome Walters.
Does James become an Olympic finalist?
I think so.
He's patient. Right to the rail. When is their final? Wednesday?
James.
All right, James.
We got the RC of Spain right there with them. So choose McKeel, 2 laps to run.
2 laps?
Yeah.
Go time, James.
Also in that hunting pack.
That middle 800 Friday.
Back to the back stretch.
It's not looking good. That's fine. It's hard not to see James's race and think okay, he hasn't done the same training as us, but he's been with us the last 2 months, and start to worry. Yeah, you get, you feed off of teammates' performances. So what do we need to change, right? Not what do we need to change, but what can we do from now until then? I almost feel like I need to get off my feet more the next 4 days, right?
I think you're right.
Woo!
They keep these guys on the line so long. Nice start, Kenneth.
Watch out for that on the marathon. They'll keep us on the line for a long time.
I know.
Okay.
You made it. My anxiety is decreasing now, and dang, man. I was worried when Jordy was coming, so I was like, he's gonna pull a couple guys with him.
Take this and just scan it.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay.
Yeah, it's better. We can try in French. 3, 2, 1. Better?
Great. Sure. So this is the Team USA house. I live on the back side over there. That's our own gym. This is the main atrium where all the personnel typically are and meet. The athletic trainers are up here, and then that's our whole entire block. Should I send one to the highest bidder? I don't know.
Elevator is going up.
Welcome to the mayhem of having 5 bags and sharing a room with 2 people and not enough space.
This is crazy.
It's tiny, huh? Yesterday was the first time I worked out in a fresh pair since the beginning of this build. You know how I talk about how I beat up a pair like all year long, or all build long, and then I pull out a fresh pair? Oh my gosh, like a fresh pair. Now granted, I put probably hundreds and hundreds of miles on that last pair, and so rightly so, they kind of get dead after a while. These were so bouncy yesterday. I was super happy. It kind of gives you like, I don't know, a little bit of something to look forward to, and a little bit of like, I've been training at a deficit and now I get to have a little bit of an advantage, so. Tomorrow starts the carbo loading day.
I know.
So we're starting to do a little bit, but yeah, tomorrow I'll start cutting back on proteins and fats and start adding more carbs.
Michael gets, Clayton's gonna get his watch charger, or Whoop charger.
Been without my Whoop for a week. Look at that tan line.
It's gonna be gone next week.
He's at the track with Kenneth. Just final touches, putting in spikes, making sure he's got a good mojo. I said it was my last conversation with him before he became an Olympic medal coach. So we'll see, knock on wood. I guess that's not knock on wood, that's whatever that is. We're just making plans for tomorrow, whether or not we go to the high performance center, we stay here. It's like it's like we're only running 5 miles and we're running 2 minutes hard, 1 minute hard for our workout. So it might not even be worth going to high performance center, but we'll see. 2 minutes at marathon pace and then a little bit of a break, and then 1 minute slightly faster, so should be good. Nothing too special. Yeah, 5.5 miles total, 3-mile warm-up, 2 minutes at marathon effort. Up the hill, it's probably like 4:58 pace. And then another minute up the hill, and I was 4:40 pace. So, yeah, felt good. My Achilles and right hamstring are tighter than I expected, but usually those warm up okay. So I'll just have to have some attention to detail, working with Scotty, making sure I stretch that out and warm it up really good before the race. It just happens when you taper, not as much blood flow, things get tighter. So.
You know the only difference between you and Cole? He went to the opening ceremony.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he did. You're right.
No, your dedication and you being dialed in is pretty cool. So
Yeah, no, that was that 1500 was so good, dude.
it was so good.
So good.
His race was further out too.
Yeah,
So you're
true,
fine.
true.
It was fun hanging out with him on the boat for like a significant amount of time.
Yeah, he's a
and
good
talking
dude.
about the 1500 and then like to see him go do it was like it was cool.
Yeah, he did a great job.
It's really cool.
Cool.
I did my little workout this morning and it felt okay. I'm experiencing a little bit of that glute high hammy pain again.
Okay.
Which I don't know if that's just because I didn't do a couple strides. I did my drills before my run, but I'm a little concerned about that. It's there enough to be like, we should at least try something. I don't know.
We'll do, I think, about the same amount of work on that right Achilles as before, and we'll
Yeah.
spend a little more time up top on the right too.
Okay. And I have been putting anti-inflammatory and stuff on
Is
that.
that clofenac?
Diclofenac on that right Achilles and just light massaging, but.
I've heard that these are the star of the show.
I mean, they're really. I mean, that one's worth $500.
Is it really?
Yeah. I was actually going to do the sauna today, and coach was like, "No more sauna."
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
You're ready. You've been just, sleeping in this stuff and living in it. Your body is acclimated.
Not without hiccups, but that's nothing major. Haven't missed a workout, haven't missed a run. I've pretty much nailed every workout to a degree, and had some of the best workouts in my build, so, in my life.
Did you get to see Ashley yesterday?
Ashley just landed like 10 minutes ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just got in.
Yeah.
I think it's possible with every effort they've put forward and every effort that Coach Eyestone has dialed them in with, and how focused they've been on their own personal health and staying healthy through this entire build and the build before it. I think anything's possible. So we're in a good spot.
I think Josh Kerr's knees up right now.
No problem.
I think if you're on
It was surprising to see how many cyclists.
Good see you again. Good see you again.
How are you? Right before 30K is the wall. So that's where like you hit 13% grades, more or less, and you climb all the way up. And then 30K, after 30K, you have about 4K downhill. That's like 2.5 miles. Brought these all the way out from ASICS.
From the archive,
Yeah.
These are the actual pairs, so they're typically kind of
So this is probably like a 2:16 marathon. What could I run in that? I don't know.
And the
So
versus just
they all
like
look
very
used.
skinner.
So I wonder.
And then we also have like also 2,000. Thank you for caring. Your Tiger Plus.
Cute. I took a couple this way too with it. Wow. Yeah. How perfect is this? The citrus. Amazing. That is so cool. Sorry.
Like that way.
playtime,
I'm
dude.
so excited to see you.
Hey, Mantz was telling me about your 800s yesterday.
His 157, number 7.
Holy crap.
Yeah. At least last marathon build, I wasn't ready for it.
Yeah.
I didn't know what he was going to do.
Didn't expect it.
This
yeah.
time I was ready for it, and it was way better
Yeah.
to just know that
This is what happens.
this is what happens, this is what I'm going to do, this is how I'm going to respond,
Yeah.
and I'm in a much better mental space for it. But yeah, he flew.
That's cooking.
And it helped that we were down in Chiavenna.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, we'd get done with half a lap jog and we'd be like,
Feeling good.
feeling good. Weird.
We see those kind of big machines.
And socks.
Yeah.
They want to.
Yeah. So I will take 5 pictures.
Should I put my shoes back on or leave them off?
You can see.
Oh, wow.
Data based on 5 pictures.
Yeah.
Our recommended shoe size is Kayano or Nimbus.
Yeah.
So you can see your foot length.
Nice to see you, Ben. Shoes can wait. Guess what can do? I've been dialed in for like 3 days straight, monk mode in the village, and I get a couple hours of social life, and then I go back, monk it up. So that's been good. Yes. Heck yeah, I saw last night. It was a great night. Connor and I were screaming our heads off watching that race. All right. Did everyone get a Clayton pin that wanted one?
I got one on mine.
Chicago, when I hit the Olympic standard, I tested both shoes. Oh, Wintercare. That's right. That's the same thing I got in. Anyway.
I just totally cut
No.
You do right.
It's all because of that track session. I just like went behind them for some 200s while they were doing, I don't know what they were doing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is the first medal I've seen, so I'm like.
Really?
Yeah.
This is the Eiffel Tower. That's so smart.
Oh my god.
It's heavy.
Oh my god.
It's so cool.
Ah,
I know, it's really cool.
thanks for sharing that with me. I appreciate it. We were on the track together. She was testing out edge and sky back and forth, and we were doing intervals, and she kept
I would
hopping
just
in
slide
with
in
us,
behind
and it was
them.
super special.
I did a 200 and they were doing, I don't know, Ks or something.
Yeah. Sorry, it's my wife Ashley.
Oh, nice to meet you, Taylor.
She won the team triathlon. Not won the team, I should say.
Yeah.
It was neck and
It was
practice.
such a good, like, oh my gosh, the best race I've ever watched. Like the most exciting race. So it's cool to be a part of it. Yeah.
Playing Bocci at the Olympic Games. Doesn't get any better than this.
At least I'm guaranteed a
Except that
medal.
was the lamest ball I have ever called. Other than that was about.
Oh no. Oh, I think. Oh.
Still got 1 point.
I got one, but
Yeah.
that one's closer. Yeah.
There we go. There we go.
Oh, we need to get Rory out here.
I know. That would have been a good call. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, coach. A point up.
I'm trying to be lucky today, so you guys can be lucky tomorrow.
This is what I did. Olympic marathon trials, this is what I did.
Mm-hmm.
But then, based off of that data, he says that in the Olympic marathon, I should target between 2:09:56 and 2:10:26.
Okay.
Which I was initially like, man, like, I don't know. It's so hard
Well-
to tell. Like,
well,
two.
I think 210 will medal, but I think 210 flat will probably medal.
Really?
I do, but
Maybe I should hold my numbers before and let me hear coach's numbers.
well, I mean, some of the things that Connor and I talk about are confidential to us, but then there's a lot of material that we share as well, and obviously we're jiving for the first 15K where we're sitting in the pack, being comfortable, we're running at our perceived effort limit, we're surviving the hills because other people are punching themselves out, and then we're thriving on the last 10K, which the last 10K is really the mountain that most people will be experiencing.
Yeah.
So ironic that the hilliest portion is really just the portion that we're surviving, and then we're really gonna, the mountain that people are gonna be experiencing is the last 10K when they punch themselves out and their legs are wet noodles.
Yeah.
And then you are gonna have the strength and the patience. Then that is the portion where you push and you hurt other people, and you get whatever debris field is out there.
Yeah.
And you just roll.
I think it's hard because like you see Cole and you see Kenneth and you see Grant and you're like, I want to go out and own this race and be in medal contention the whole time.
Yeah.
But then it was funny, I was talking to Kenneth this morning because he was like, I want to see you before your race, and this is my only chance because he's booked out.
Yeah, no, he is slammed.
And he was like,
the medal's cool, by the way.
Medal's very cool.
Did he bring it back?
Yeah, he brought it.
It's heavy.
It's super heavy. In fact, yesterday at the ASICS house, I held another ASICS athlete silver medal, and it was like, I lost it. Like I was like, this is amazing, and it was really cool.
We saw, again, Cole Hawker was rewarded for his patience. Kenneth Rooks was rewarded for his patience.
Yeah.
I think whoever strikes last in the marathon tomorrow is going to be rewarded for their patience. And I think it can be every bit as dramatic, even more so in some ways, because the marathon is such a slow burn in terms of that. But we want to be in contention, but then we want to be making our big moves in that flat section late in the race, with our legs having survived and being able to thrive over that last 10K. And that might mean extending a lead. It might mean mowing down people who have gone too hard. It might mean just maintaining a strong pace. But we need to have something left in the legs to thrive in that last 10K, because you can make up a lot of ground in the last 6 miles when you're feeling good and others are not.
You want me to limit the first 10K to 4:48 to 4:50 pace, and then kind of set a governor there, and then keep that same effort through the hills, and then not really open it up until the last 10K.
Yeah, I mean, take advantage of your downhill running. And, it's every man for himself. I mean, if you can run together for a time, great. And if he's having a great day and you're not, then it's, your teammates, when you're encouraging each other, but there's only so much you can do. And if you're having a great day and he's not, then kind of the same thing applies. And if you're both having a great day, then race it all the way in. Don't give it to him.
Yes, coach.
Or should he give it to you, to have fun and finish strong? But I mean, obviously that's such an ideal scenario. Podcast, and there is separation. I wonder if they'll have a camera on you guys.
Yeah, I don't know either. Thank you. Well, my first pin trade. I've been here for 2 weeks. Yeah, I think. Thanks. Enjoy the course.
What cues do you want us to yell?
I'll make a list. I'll send it out.
To me.
Yeah. Okay.
You can text them to me, and I can send it to the people who need it, or you can.
Okay. Okay. Great. Great.
Proud of you.
Love you too.
Getting to the start line is the success. Everything else is a celebration.
Love it.
I'm taken out at the first bottle station, and then got up and finished the race, but was
I feel like I've actually had a lot of people say that.
pretty out of
We
it.
do not have mission.
I'm technically probably
Gonna get in trouble again?
in trouble again.
Sounds like
Yep.
something Clayton would do.
No stress, you're ready.
It's a celebration.
I want to see that, Clayton.
Yeah.
That's a good reminder.
Stick out your tongue a few times.
I'm an underdog.
You're an underdog.
Just gonna have fun now. Show the world. It'll be good.
We are just 5 minutes away from the men's Olympic marathon. You can see the athletes making their way to the start line. It will be a grueling 42 kilometers for these men. They will return to Los Invalides in around about 2 hours, 20 minutes or so. We're sure you have your plan to spectate out on the roads of Paris.
So honestly, I was like really trying to keep my emotions in check on the start line. I just kept telling myself like, I belong, I belong.
C'est parti! Bonne course!
So I was really nervous, but then as I remember as I hit the first hill, just thinking, okay, don't think about anything except for keeping in contact with the guy in front of you. Just keep contact, keep your head down.
Come on, Clayton! I love you! You belong! You belong! Good job!
I need to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice job. Nice to meet you. One of the things that was really incredible is like how many times I was just the crowds were so loud. It was like 3, 4, 5 people deep, and it was almost deafening. It was almost too much. Like I wanted to be able to relax, and so most of the time I would just be staring at the person in front of me and trying to zone it out, like just trying to stay calm. And then every now and then I'd look to the side, like somebody would get my attention, and it just happened to be all the people that I needed to see, right? Like my sisters and my mom, my dad and Ashley, my wife, and Mitchell and Christy Briggs and Isaac Wood and Coach Eyestone, just people, Todd Garner, like just, I saw a lot of people on the course, but I happened to pay attention to the right people that really have made a big difference. And I didn't think I'd see anybody. This course is really hard to spectate on, and there were so many people I didn't know how I would notice them, but people showed up, and that means the world to me. Yeah, it's a lot of work, a lot of sacrifice to make this happen. A lot of people got an insight to my work and sacrifice, but behind the scenes was just unreal. I'm so grateful for them. Grateful for all those that followed this journey on the docuseries and all of your messages. It's been a chore to respond to all of them. I know you don't expect that, but I read every message, and thanks for following. And the best is yet to come. Like, to be top 10 today is amazing, and it just shows what we have in store for us with future marathons and in 4 years. So grateful for you guys and following along. It's a heck of a course. Good luck to the women's marathon tomorrow, and good luck to.
So they did pretty well.
Good luck to those racing tonight in Paris. That's the last one.
I'm getting it from my best friend Kingston. He was like, BYU camp for you.
Dude, yeah. On the top?
I like my best when people argue.
I celebrated like I'd won the thing, but...
Hey, you did!
I did.
You did! That was a success.
It was a success. Time to raise the bar.
A 2:08:40 on this course? I know, on this day?
Oh, it was the best. That was so fun to watch. I saw him out at mile 10, saw him out at mile 18. He looked so good up the hill. His head was down, but he looked up right at the right moment. We made eye contact, and it was awesome. And we booked it back down the hill, through the city. I've never been turned around so many times by barricades and policemen. And then we got right up here to the bridge, and Todd took my bike and I ran in. And every time somebody tried to stop me, I was like, my husband, he's 9. And everybody just kind of like moved me through. And I got there right in time to see him finish. It was the best. He was so happy. Watching him come down that finish line and just like celebrate, it was like, oh, he had a good day. He had a good day.
You guys, I saw you guys out there. I saw you. I love you guys. We love you.
Oh, you did it.
Great thing.
I'm so happy for you, man. You look so happy going into that stadium.
I was. I was like, why not? No one's ahead of me, no one's behind me.
That's how you do it.
Just gonna live it up.
Congrats.
I'm tired of celebrating the last K, man. I wanna
You wanna be gunning for it?
I wanna be gunning for it, but it was good.
How about in LA?
In LA. 4 years. Oh man, it's so dude, thank you. Yeah, you did it, dude. Thank you. I haven't seen you enough.
I know.
Man.
I know.
You know what's really hard? 6th place. It's freaking hard, man. Here they are, Autumn. Oh my gosh, I just called you Ashley.
You had a compliment. I'll send you my location.
Am I good?
You're good. Stay there.
I haven't seen you guys yet. Oh, hi, Ash. Oh, I love you guys so much.
Okay, just a low blood sugar. Okay, look at me. I'm gonna take a punch. Okay?
I think my performance and like how I feel about it kind of comes in waves. Like I would say like 90% I'm like stoked. Like I'm excited. I'm thrilled with how far I've come. Like it's pretty freaking special. Like it's awesome. I think there's, you kind of play a lot of what ifs after every race, and my what ifs are like, well, what if I had covered this move, or what if I had gone out slower, what if I'd gone out faster, what if I, had stuck with this person.
Clayton is never satisfied, so I've definitely heard a lot of conversations of like, what if, or how would it have changed if, or man, if only I were. It's just Clayton's nature to just constantly be thinking about, how things could have been better. I think that's what makes him great. I think he's gonna have a great next build, a great next Olympic cycle, and onward and upward. I'm excited for what's next.
.229, 216, 213, 211, 208 hit the Olympic standard, qualified for my first Olympic team, and then top 10 in the world. Like that progression is unreal, and when I say that, like I can't help but be very proud of how far I've come. That really, like, I've been able to see the best Clayton, and the best Clayton is still to come, you could say.